what this up to catch thing's doing. Apparently he's deep undercover in New Jersey taking out the trash.
God, it sounds so different.
I'm just me. Hi. What's going on in Jersey? I've never been to New Jersey before in my entire life, I gotta say. I know. Thanks, guys. Thank you. No, amazing.
Do we actually have anybody from Jersey here?
Represent.
I don't know. I forgot the tagline this way. Can we have a big round of applause for the boys?
Thank you. So good. And I gotta say, it is fun to see my B-Mole brother back on stage with me. I've been going Han Solo for the last 3, but the Irishman is back.
I was just saying, I was on a meeting there. I was just saying that we get into these business to act. And then when you go and you do what you love for a job, you start missing this a lot more. You start missing hanging out with your buddies and hanging out with you guys. And that's not a word of a lie. Yes, it's nice to be able to talk about oneself all the time on stage, but it's also this community that it's like a drum. It's like it's amazing. And,
the SBN family is pretty amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. And you know what's fun for me, Adam, now? It's like, I feel like I've done enough of these now that I'm seeing people and starting to know people's names. It's like, hey, there's Cousin Alice, there's Cousin Claire. It's just like, it's so great.
Cousin Claire? She's more like a sister, I think, at this point. Are you here?
She's making her way.
Not even here. That's typical sister behavior. They don't turn up for your birthday. They don't turn up for Christmas. Will we take a question?
Hey, Adam, what do you think? Should we take some questions from the audience?
Well, I don't know, baby.
Let's do it.
Okay,
you first.
Who do we have? Hello.
My name is Tova.
Tova with a V.
Yes.
Hi, Tova.
Hi. I'm the girl who asked you to use my hair as a mustache in the photo.
How did it turn out?
Great.
Awesome. Good. Can I just say the photo ops today were bloody fun?
Off the hook. Great ideas today. So much fun.
We had some real. I did a perverted thing at one point. Kind of a stalkery, kind of creepy guy.
Just being you, basically. Showing up.
Being myself.
Showing up as Adam Fergus.
I broke into character. Sorry, Tova. Beautiful name, by the way.
Thank you.
And beautiful mustache. Hair.
So my question is, I am still incredibly pissed off that we never saw Sam's reaction to Ketch killing Magda. And I want to know how you think he'd react if you told him.
Poorly.
So Sam's reaction to me killing Magda, but not me, Ketch, not Haydn-Jones. Very different people, folks. Well, I'm very interested to see. I don't know if they'll ever go that far back, because Sam with that soft heart, but I think they're toughening him up a bit too, don't you think? Don't you think he's getting a little bit harder, especially at the end of season 12 when he's, rallying the troops and stuff like that, or in season 13? I mean, you're seeing him get like way more of a Dean-esque sort of energy, I guess. He's not as
smoky.
No, sweet. Like, sweet and seeing all the gray and all the nuance. I think that would make him really, really angry, don't you?
Yeah,
I think
if
so.
I kill your hair, girl.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to see that. Wouldn't that be interesting to see Sam smoke Ketch in season 14?
Yes. There'll be one person I'd like to kill Ketch more than Sam.
No, I would love for Mitch Davis.
With his Peaky Blinders hat. Maybe I'll fucking peek.
Yeah. I would definitely like to see you like as a ghost, some like weird ghost from like a Dickensian ghost with chains.
I think the entire Warner Brothers family has blocked me on all forms of social media for all the begging I've been doing.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh!
Thank you for your question,
Thank you for your hair.
Hi there. It's really hard to see you today, by the way. Just so you know, it's really hard, but we'll try. Hi, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
This is actually for you, by the way.
Okay.
I want to ask you about your State Farm commercial. I've seen
Some people watch football, apparently. Apparently there's Americans who watch football, Adam. News, this is just in.
It's not football. It's pro ball.
Yeah, that's right.
At least there's that.
Sorry.
That's good. I just want to know what it was like for you to do a commercial versus doing a TV show and what it was like working with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, what a hero.
So the question, yeah, by the way, did you see that game one where the Packers, I don't know if you're a Packers fan, but if you watch it.
God.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're not getting into that. I will tell you this. When you're on set, it really is, and we were just talking about this earlier, it's usually about scale and it's usually about time. Everything else is relatively the same, right? So if I'm doing a 3-week Christmas movie or if I'm doing like 7 days doing multiple spots with Aaron Rodgers, the scale is relatively the same. Now when you get on big movies like Adam is just doing right now, time slows down, but essentially from setting up to action to cut, it's the same job, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
It kind of doesn't matter what the medium is, as long as you're shooting stuff and you got a crew, it's the same job. Now, totally, because I come from an improv comedy background,
You're fine.
they kind of just let me loose, and hopefully there's going to be about 15 more pieces of content over the span of the season, and hopefully they say there's going to be like a blooper reel that they're going to release, and it's basically, the game became, see if I can make Aaron Rodgers crack. So they really let me go
Just
on.
kick him in the knee.
Yeah, right, yeah. They're like, Dave, you're on everybody. But he was such a great sport, and he's actually a real, kind of student of comedy. So we actually had a shorthand really quickly. Like, he's kind of dry and stoic, and he's kind of got that wry smile. And you're like, and he's just an amazing specimen of a man. I mean, you show up, and he's just got this power and this air about him. But he was such a bro, such a cool hang, and we just started snapping jokes. And when I made him laugh the first time, it was on. So it just became the game is, he's going to be stoic and the straight guy, and I'm just going to do runs, improv runs at him. And it's like every time we cracked, it was a great day. So we just had a ball, and hopefully there's going to be a lot more fun stuff for you to see. So thanks for asking. It was a great job.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. People like riff like that. It's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
just 5-minute takes, just all improv and just trying to get at the guy.
But that's what it's all about, because you only get about 30 seconds of actual acting time in any given scene or shot you're doing, and to be able to just let it be riffed, it's amazing. Hi!
Hi,
How's it going?
my question's for David.
Oh, for
Welcome back! It's deja vu all over again. Back on tour. There we go. Aww. This is what he does, our little street urchin.
I don't.
I'm not playing anymore. Hi. Sorry, what was your question?
The last couple seasons, I've been really enjoying the developing dynamic between Dean and Ketch. So,
Me too.
I'm just wondering, how do you think Ketch feels? How has his perception of Dean changed from that first initial interaction in the raid right up to 13-18 last season?
So here's the thing with Ketch and Dean and the Winchesters in general. I don't think he ever had a personal beef with Dean or Sam, and certainly not Mary. Well, he had beef. Hey! Sam? Jeez. Listen, you should have seen Sam in my panel in Indy. It was fun. To answer your question, though, the only time Ketch actually got personal with those guys was when he was listening in on them, and they were making fun of him, and then you see Ketch's sweet little feelings get hurt. That's what he's. Listen, Ketch is a little damaged boy underneath all the bravado and all the cars and the suits, and I know you don't believe that.
I don't know the slightest.
Listen,
damaged boy.
When we
damaged my fucking head.
When we used to get drunk and cuddle at Kendrick's, you didn't mind it so much.
I think you saw me because I didn't cuddle you at Kendrick's. That's your problem.
Well, that's true.
There's a lot of requests.
That is true. He was never been loved. But yeah, to your point though, he's always had mad respect for the Winchesters. And that whole scene where they're drinking scotch was never about I'm your enemy. I want you to I want to be your friend. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But come join us. I mean, that was the seduction of two killers, basically. And then when he's trying to find purpose again after he got his own bullet in the head, I know what it's like.
But survived.
Well, ish, but changed thanks to the lovely Rowena. When he was trying to find redemption or purpose or a cause again, I think that's when you started to see, again, the other side, the flip side of that relationship. So yeah, I mean, I love the counterbalance, the counterpuntal sort of yin-yang of Catch and Dean. I think it's really interesting storytelling. I hope you enjoyed it yourself. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hi.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny.
My question is, if you like, as we know, a lot of characters do come back on the show. So, let's say Adam's character does come back.
Please.
Would you like to see Would you like to
Just let me soak this up for a second.
Maybe you'll shut up.
Go ahead.
Would you like to see a reunion between Catch and your character?
I would.
Reunion.
I would like to see a reunion, alright.
Yeah.
I would like to kill Catch using the 7 deadly sins.
There's only a few of those.
I don't know. Like, it's the great thing about making TV and making movies and making believe that you can come back as a different person altogether. You come back as a ghost, and especially with this show, obviously. But I'd like them to be actually pals.
Really?
Hello? That's controversial.
That is very controversial.
Well, I'd like
Especially coming from you.
I mean, what I mean to say is that I'd like them to be pals for a minute. And then I lure you into a false sense of security. Perhaps
I'm there for this.
we have to relive our days at Hendrick School. Those late night poker games. Soggy biscuit.
Family friendly.
Anyway, so I'll come back sometime soon.
I'm scandalized right now.
Well, I felt a little bit left out of yourself and Dr. Hess's late night talks in the,
Here,
Coffee night.
I will go on record saying there was a lot of not healthy mischief going on at Kendrick's. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
It was not a healthy place.
Hey, Bethel, she was a school. Bethel, I know you know Bethel, how do we
You've
think
been
about
developing a lot of backstory here, my friend. Why do you go to 803 and flush it out? I think Adam wants to be a fanfic writer.
Oh! Okay, thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Hi.
We all learned a lot about Adam Fergus today. Woo! He's back, baby.
The night is just young. Hello.
Too long.
How are you? Is it tomorrow?
Yes, it's tomorrow.
Hi. I can't
Hi
see
guys.
you.
I know. Delighted with this.
How you doing?
Good. Really happy to be here.
I'm so glad to see you.
Just because of your tweet. It's literally the only reason I made it work.
Yes, you see, I make money from creation.
Is this cousin Kamara?
Is this
Cousin Kamara's here.
Yeah, I guess. I'm great.
How you doing?
Great.
Okay, me too.
That's good.
How's the chat going, guys?
Come on, go ahead. Don't mind him. He's so rude.
I love you both, but I'm still Team Adam.
Say?
I love you both, but I'm still Team Adam.
Yes! And we have one here in the whole world.
Actually, Adam.
David said he was Team
No,
Adam.
it's Team Adam. It's ridiculous.
What are we saying?
David said he was Team Adam in Nashville.
I think everybody was teaming Adam in Nashville, really was. He was on my back, literally.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah.
Okay, my question is, what do you guys think your, Flashpoint universe would be, if that makes sense to you? If you watch DC, in Flash, his Flashpoint universe is when he goes back and saves his mom from being killed. So, some decision that was made in your childhood or young adulthood that would completely have changed your life.
In real life or his character? Wow.
In real life?
Real life.
Oh gosh.
We went deep, Mara. Nice.
You're meaning like those sliding doors moments in a person's life where their life would have been very different if it hadn't been for this certain thing.
Yeah.
I was very lonely and alone, living in a very small rural town in northern Alberta, Canada, and all one of you. And that's fair. That's basically the population up there at that time. It was 2. And it was, I was like an emo teenager, and I was like had colorful hair, and I was like Flock of Seagulls, and like Cure, listening to Cure, like crying, like drawing in my journal, all lonely. Thank God there was no social media back then.
Thank God there was only 2 people there.
Well, I made up friends. I drew them and then pasted them on my wall and I talked to them. But anyways, getting to the flashpoint of my sadness, there wasn't a lot of outlet for creativity or art when I was up there. It was sort of like, you're on your own. Then when my folks moved to Calgary, Alberta for my last year and a half of high school, that's when I became my first professional gig as a singer-dancer at a place called Callaway Park, which was basically, I was an amusement park singer-dancer at the parks. That was my first job at 15. And I'll tell you what, that is a flashpoint because I was like, they're paying me for this? More, please! Yeah, and then that's literally what sent me off on a career in film and TV and theater. Was that literally changing to a city where I could actually, express myself and sing and dance and be a goofball.
That's pretty cool.
And I became an actor that summer.
I don't know, it's a good question, but I don't know if there's anything I would change. I've always thought that I would, my dad, when I finished school, I told my dad I want to be an actor. My dad said, you do you? Good luck with that. Or if you want to go to proper college, I'll give you some money and you can go to proper college. So he basically blackmailed me, bribed me, whatever you want. But I always figured so I never studied professional acting. I never studied to be a professional actor, and I just learned as I got jobs, and I started doing theatre, and I learned off the job. And that's stood me in very good stead over the course of my career. But I've always wanted to know what it would be like to go and immerse myself in college, because I didn't exactly immerse myself in real college, let's be honest. But the interesting thing about your question is that I did a TV show in Canada years ago called Being Erica, and it was kind of the reason that was kind of the main one of the main plot points was the doctor gave all the character and the lead character Erica. Sorry?
That's where I got the question.
Okay, cool. So basically, it was a show where the doctor is like a psychiatrist that gives you the ability to go back into your past and change your regrets, any regrets you have had over the course of your life, and monumental moments in your life. And although it didn't have the butterfly effect that would go on and change the rest of the world, they kind of cheated that part out, and thankfully. But it was really interesting because it was a moral story for every episode. And I think one of the things that the show got across was that no matter, you can't have regrets. It's important to remember them and remember those times and learn from them. But to go back and change something about your past, because it's not physically possible, there's no point in dwelling on it. It's important about learning from the mistakes you made and trying not to make them over and over again, Adam. Over and over again. Stop making those mistakes. But thanks, Tamara. That's a great question. Thanks, Luke.
Nice. Thank you. Hey there.
Hi, Adam. Hi, David.
Hello.
Happy to see both of you.
Happy to see you too.
David, I was wondering if you would ever consider recording maybe a song on the next Covers with Friends album that Jason does? And if so, Adam, what song would you choose for him to do?
Well, listen, I will go anywhere.
I do sexy for my share. I'm a model, you know what I mean? And I do.
That's exactly the song I would choose.
Wow.
I'm too sexy for the song. Too sexy for the land.
Today?
You know what I mean?
And as we know, that would be totally Jason Mann's wheelhouse. He would love to cover that song. Oh no, man, I will go collaboratively wherever these folks want to take me. So honestly, I'm still a new kid on the block in terms of the convention circuit. So, but yeah, we're having a lot more fun collaborating, and and by the way, who's coming to karaoke here tonight? Just are people starting to figure out or know the story behind the Making Megan song? A little, yeah. See, so not everyone. I'll just give you you can find out the whole story, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. This song was totally dared and created by you folks, the SBN family. I did an improv in Rome 2.5 years ago, and then Jason Mans did a follow-up little joke callback. And then this audience online told me and dared me to go make a song out of it. And so that's what the Make Me Bacon Challenge is. It is an absolute song that I recorded, a rock country ballad that was totally designed at one of these things and for you. So there's a challenge, come sing it with me and we'll have a great time. And we raise money for Alzheimer's Foundation of America. So in the spirit of giving back, that's what you guys made me do. I would never have done this on my own, but that's what I'm talking about, the power of the SBN family. I mean, my goodness, I'm doing charity, I'm writing silly songs, so anything is possible with you folks behind us. So
It's very, very true.
It's amazing.
And that's one thing that I did think about when I was coming back to this panel was that, as many of you might have heard, there's a thing going around called the Bad Idea Tour. Yeah. It's a very bad idea, believe me.
Didn't you just post a shirtless something on this?
I was wearing a shirt. I won't be not wearing a shirt until closer to the event when I actually do some garden gate. But so for those of you who don't know what Bad Idea Tour is, we're running we're raising money for Animax to help starving children. But it was Misha's idea that we run a marathon. Jason Mans looks fantastic. He's lost like 30 pounds or something. He looks amazing. Rob Benedict looks amazing. So it's myself. I put myself first. So it's Jared, Jensen, Misha, Jason, Rob, Rachel, and myself are doing this marathon. And so if anyone's doing nothing around the 25th of November and want to see some old men look like beetroots and tomatoes and stuff by mile 4. Exactly.
Getting hot just thinking about it, brother. Nice.
Yeah, come on to Seattle. We're gonna run some.
What? Did you blow your mic?
I just blew my mic.
Oh, there you go.
Not literally.
Yeah. That's like. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Gracious.
You might need to sanitize it. Hello. How's it going?
Colt.
Hi, Colt.
So I'm an actor as well, but I don't have like experience.
Okay.
Have there ever been like a role that you got and you're excited, and then like within the first week of doing the role, you regret it totally? Because I did The Walking Dead for 2 years, and I was a zombie, and within the first week, I had already spent a total of 48 hours in the makeup chair.
Yeah.
And the first day, I got a gallon of blood dumped on me, and it dripped in places.
That should be dripping.
Yeah.
Oh, the glamour.
And then it flavored, so it was sticky.
Oh, nice.
Then they were like, okay, now we're gonna kill you, and I have like my 30 seconds of fame. And then they're like, okay, now you're gonna go back into the makeup chair and do it all over again.
Yeah. Become a different zombie.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting that you did it for 2 years. It's like we were talking about it, Dave just touched on it recently. Acting, the fun part about acting is actually the acting part. But there's so much, like Michael Caine, I say this quote all the time. Michael Caine says famously, pay me for the waiting around, the acting is for free. Because you do so much waiting around, you do so much sitting in a makeup trailer or makeup chair, getting prosthetics put on. But there's never, to answer your question, there's never been a role that I've done that I've regretted. I think the thing about, you know, you watch, if you see someone playing, Anthony Hopkins playing Hannibal Lecter, or think of like, I don't know, any bad guy that plays a bad guy, they'll never say, I hate that guy. So you got to find something within whatever you're doing on, whatever, this is a really good exercise for something, even getting killed as a zombie 18 times on The Walking Dead, you find something within yourself, find something that you can make sense of why you're in that present moment in time. I think that's what you get, that's why I get the enjoyment out of it anyway, you know, yeah.
Well, I mean, also, I mean, it's kind of a metaphor for life too. It's like how you approach the work is how you approach life, right? Like, you're going to have bad days. The practice of gratitude and being in the moment is like trying to find the thing that's good today. And that's hard. That's really hard some days. And the same thing on sets. Now, to be fair though, theater, if you're a theater person where you don't get paid as well, that's the purest form of acting, where you can kind of... Can anyone take me seriously with this headband and suit right now talking about theater? I just got so self-conscious all of a sudden. I was like, let's go into the depth of theater while you're wearing pure velour. You're dressed as Cookie Monster with a headband. But seriously, like, theater is probably the purest form, and I would argue the most satisfying form.
For sure.
Right? And you're not waiting around, you have half an hour prep or whatever, and then you just go and you're out of the gates. But the problem with it is, in this economy, there's not a ton of ways to make theater. So sometimes you do an art gig for yourself and that fills your soul, and other times you just roll around in the mud and get blood dumped on you, and you get your paycheck, and then you just try to find that thing that works for you. But this whole notion of regret, I think, too, is you gotta just own your whole story, and then, like you said, you've gotta learn your lessons and hopefully get those lessons and keep going forward.
And the thing about it is, yeah, that's a good question. And the thing about it is, you could do a play with 3 people here this afternoon. You could buy 3 copies of Speed the Plow, or something that really moves you as a piece of theatre. And that's acting, that's what it's all about. That's what, that's as much fun doing that with your friends as you'll ever get on any film set. Okay, you'll work with some stars or what you want, but the actual learning something and giving it your all, you do it for free.
And that's the thing, Evan, too, like, this generation, they want to start out in acting, I wouldn't worry about going to school just yet for it. You got iPhones and editing software. Like, you can make your own movies. Like, you want to make your own TV show, you can go and make your own TV show and write it and produce it and post it yourself for next to nothing. So I'll tell you what, doing that, creating your own content, you'll never learn anything more in the biz than actually trying to, you know what a genius thing is to do? Try to find a scene, like one of your favorite scenes in the movies, and go recreate that scene. And just try to act as well as you can, and produce it as well as you can, and light it as well as you can. You know, like those guys who did the Haydn-Jones movie? Like they did the fan movie, ever seen that documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so worth your time, because it's just people trying to recreate something they love so much, but in that process they become complete and utter filmmakers just by doing. So and you got iPhones, you got editing software, you can do it. It's just great. Do it for
well done. Keep on trucking.
Hey guys.
Always keep fighting.
My question would be, if you guys yourselves could meet your characters, what would you say to them?
If I met my character, I would be like, "Hello, Mr. Ketch, please don't kill me."
I'd be like, "Man up, mate, for fuck's sake! Look behind you!"
Good advice. Sage advice for the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, though. Good question. Hello!
Hi, my name's Holly.
Hiya, Holly.
I just want to say first, Adam, I love your accents.
Oh, thank you so much. I call thanks to my mother. That's my own device to be talking like that. I would now, even harder what I'd say, because it all speaks like up and down. My mum beat me up as a kid to snap that out of me.
Why do I crave Lucky Charms right now?
I almost liked you for like fucking 30 minutes.
So, my real question is, if you guys could recast yourselves in any role in any TV or film ever made, who would you choose to be in?
Oh my god.
Han Solo, Star Wars. I mean, like, no brainer for me. Like, that's my hero. That's my hero.
Yeah, he's my hero too. Fuck, that just killed me.
Go for Indiana Jones. Take that one.
Wow.
Hey, come on. Perfect opportunity for a plug right here. Can I plug my friend right now? What he's working on? Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
He's working with Harrison Ford right now.
And he told me that I would have been a better Han Solo than David Haydn-Jones. I'm just saying. No, but it's funny because he is my ultimate hero, and I'm getting to work with him. It's fantastic, but there's another guy I'm working with at the moment, and this is answering your question, called Bradley Whitford. Fangirl. Right here. Or fanboy, whatever you want to call it. Like, I was just, my jaw hit the floor when